Now, there are some new strats that I have been playing around with in order to try and make the first two areas a bit more consistent. So I'm gonna just quickly demonstrate those on stream for those curious. I am actually gonna turn off encounters just to demonstrate properly, but so this is the normal strat, where we just first off interact with the prog, try and slip walk off of it, because as you can see right now, if you look at my step counter, it's going up, but checks, well, not checks, the check value is not changing because I won't get a check until I hit a wall. And then when you get on the prog, or on the cloud, excuse me, it results in literally, like, eventually when we get on the next cloud, it will reset our step counter back to our last check. So that's why we want to slip walk there. Normally this is the old strat where we first go here, and when you aren't getting encounter checks that can actually come back as true, you want to just be doing optimal movement to keep your step counter low, even with slip runner. And then normally what we would do here is we would slip into that. Doing that allows us to skip the 6% check that we would normally get the 37.5% check, kill the typhoon, and then we slip down here and we get one more check before we can slip walk off of you to get out of the area. If you were looking, that was about a 31% chance to get through that area without an encounter. Oops. Now, let's say that we do it slightly differently. I don't think I have to grab that first. So we do this. That is actually technically optimal movement to do it that way. And it works out much nicer with our slips. Then we go down here, pick these up in kind of the reverse order, go back over here. Now we slip, 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 slip just like normal, and then we go and grab. Slip left. Now here's where things get a little bit different. Obviously, yes, we're doing this in a different order, but what we're gonna do here is we're gonna actually take the 6% check, right? And we're gonna walk up to here so that we can slip up left and skip the 18.5% check, or 18.75% check, excuse me. And then we slip there. Actually, did I kind of mess that up? I think I did. I think my movement was not very clean there. There you go. And just like this. And then we slip there, which again, now we've only gotten a 6%, we've gotten a 37.5%. Normally we would have gotten a 18.75% and a 37.5% check. So this actually basically just improves our odds of getting through this area encounterless by about 5% of runs. So it's honestly kind of minor for this area, but that's besides the point. Now, for area 2, there's a bit of a better improvement. The movement here doesn't change at all because there's really no improvements that you can do. Normally what you do is just go through these in order, again, trying to keep our movement as optimal as possible. Taking really long slips is always nice as long as it's not too much extra movement. And then so you can actually see so far I actually got like 237.5% checks and like a 6% and an 18.75%. That might have been due to bad movement, but again, it's approximately a 70% chance because you get one more encounter here before you slip along to the next area where you get to just flip out of bounds. But so it's about a 70% chance that we go through that, or a 30% chance, excuse me, that we go through that area encounterless. But we can kind of do, we could do better by cheesing it a little bit. So we do this. I actually kind of messed up my movement already, like not fully optimal, so just again, it's actually not really optimal there. There we go. That's perfect. Okay, better. Ooh. So now, here's where things get a little bit interesting. We do the same standard movement. Grab this. Slip here. Now, it's a little bit weird here because what we're gonna do is, let me go save state. So far, we've only gotten this 18.75% check. We managed to skip a 6% check, which is already nice, right? With like proper movement, we've already skipped that 6% check. But if we're really precise with it here, right? I'm 4 steps away from getting an encounter. Unfortunate. You can very barely make it such that you can slip straight down to get on this cloud and then deal with the typhoons eventually. And so all we've gotten so far is still the 18.75% check. See our step counter roll back. Now we get a 37.5% check, and then we can move on to the next area. So that improves our odds by about like 20% of not getting an encounter in that area. It goes down to a 50-50 whether or not you get an actual encounter or not. And so all of that is basically what I've been messing with today to try and make this Element Man split just overall better and hopefully result in a really good gold. Oops. Anyway. But that's what I've been working on here today.